The Matrix is something everyone knows. It's legendary and long forgotten. Ask anybody and they will know this trilogy with Keanu Reeves and are excited about the fourth movie. But not everyone remembers one of the funniest deaths in cinematic history, the alternate ending and small details like the fact that the first Matrix movie was technically the sixth, and the new fourth movie is actually going to be the fifth, and that the official continuation already came out. If you've already rewatched the trilogy and want answers to questions, right here, right now, you will find out everything you need to know to be fully armed for news about Matrix 4. Get comfy and don't forget to leave your ratings of the Wachowskis trilogy down in the comments. And we will begin by claiming that the new Matrix 4, which is supposed to come out next year, chronologically will be the fifth part, since the officially approved by Wachowskis sequel to the third Matrix already happened. And it's a video game. And not just some game, but an online game with a huge world. As you probably know, Revolution ended with an ellipsis, not a period. The architect fulfilled his end of the deal with Neo, and now everyone could disconnect from the Matrix if they chose to do so. Even though critics and viewers have mixed opinions about the third movie, it still did great in the theaters. People were waiting for more, and Warner Bros. Backed the Wachowskis brothers. There were rumors about Matrix 4 going around, and later information about a series was released. Well, parallel to that, brothers became sisters and took a break from the franchise. However, Wachowskis had time to say yes to an online game that continued the story. And rumor has it, they even reviewed the main plotline. And that's how an ambitious project by Sega and WB Games, Matrix Online, was born. It was the year 2004 and online RPGs were at their peak. And in spring of 2005, the continuations of the movies saw light. In it, the player started as a human in the Matrix, and like Neo, he got to choose a pill. The blue one returned you to normal life, and the red one completely freed you from the Matrix like the architect promised. The location of the game is Mega City, the largest city of the real world. After training, the player got to choose a fraction. The choices are Zion, Machines, Neutral and two exotic sides from the movies. Remember Kid from the second and third movie? Even after Neo's death, he continued fighting, and the game tells us that the guys started a movement, and their goal is to disconnect everyone from the Matrix. On the other hand, we still have followers of Cypher, that traitor guy who worked for Agent Smith. Their goal is to make everything as it used to be and return the Matrix to its original state. So, as you see, we actually already know what was going on in the universe after Neo's heroic death. The world was split into fractions, and even though there was the option of leaving the Matrix, not everyone was happy with the state of things. There were fights happening between fractions constantly, and if the chosen one was still alive, he wouldn't be pleased. Unfortunately, the game met a sad end. It couldn't compete with giants like Warcraft and Lineage. In 2009, Sony shut down the last server of the game. But this page can't be ripped from the canon now, since Wachowskis themselves approved it. So our Matrix 4 should really be Matrix 5, or even 10. Since when Neo and the architect speak in the second movie, the boss of the Matrix says that it is already its sixth reincarnation. There have been chosen ones before Neo. Their journeys just weren't filmed. Which doesn't mean we aren't going to see a crossover, where the chosen ones from all generations get together to once and for all end the simulation. And don't let the fact that Neo is dead confuse you. After all, he's already died in the first movie. Back then he was resurrected by Trinity's kiss, and his power grew even more after this. And it was after that the Chosen One learned how to stop bullets and kick ass. So the next resurrection of Neo in Matrix 4 should make Keanu Reeves even more powerful. Although this time Trinity won't kiss him. Since, if you somehow forgot, the girl died the funniest death in the cinematic history. Before the final battle, she was navigating a hovercraft with blind Neo. They got there but were attacked, and Trinity just fell on some rebars. Such a stupid and uncreative death of one of the main characters of the franchise made fans riot. And now it serves as an example of lazy writings. 3 movies in a row showed the woman having strength, rivaled only by Neo, and her death was meaningless, worthless, and accidental. Actress Carrie-Anne Moss is in the cast list for Matrix 4. Hopefully her death was a bad joke and Trinity will be revived. Morpheus is a whole other mess. He survived the 3rd movie and existed in the online game mentioned earlier. However, you could kill him. It happened on May 26, 2005, and from the looks of it, it is considered canon. There are rumors that for Matrix 4, they are looking for an actor to play young Morpheus, although Lawrence Fishburne is very much alive and still loves working side by side with Keanu Reeves. Which means that the only reason for him not to have his role is the plot. And here we are going into the deep sands of speculations. The top fan theory is that we will see the next 7 version of the Matrix. Suppose the architect saw that the deal with Neo led to no good. People are still fighting. There are some shady groups and the revolution hero Morpheus was turned into a kebab. So the guy decided to pull the lever again and restart the Matrix. In that case, the return of any character is possible. Agent Smith, who is computer program, has already possessed Bane's consciousness before, and that way all the death from the 3rd movie can be forgotten. At the same time, the story remains canon and the Wachowskis can create a simple and not pushy reboot. Something tells us that this is the way the directors are going with. And casting of a young Morpheus doesn't mean that the older version isn't going to appear. It's plausible that young Morpheus will be used in flashbacks or in demonstrations of the previous Matrixes. Lawrence Fishburne can appear in the present, and we think there is a 99% that he will. And of course, we didn't forget about the alternative ending of Matrix 3, which was the original plan of the Wachowskis. Some say that they abounded the franchise because their idea wasn't used. It wasn't just the movie ending that was supposed to change. There was an entirely different plot, which was set up back in the 2nd movie. The producer Joel Silver rejected the story and made Wachowskis redo everything. But a couple years ago, the original plans surfaced online, and in the original script, which was worked on for 5 years, Neo gained superpowers in the Zion world too. No one could figure out why this was happening, and Keanu Reeves in the 3rd movie turned into a real Superman. He flew, could blow up things, and demonstrated superhuman strength. The architect went missing, and Morpheus with Trinity believed that Neo's new powers in the real world were part of the prophecy. The movie ended with all Neo's friends dying during the final attack of the machines, while Neo went to the command center and destroyed everything, to wake up in the same empty white room where Morpheus told him about the Matrix. But this time, instead of Morpheus, he saw the architect, and he told Neo the horrific truth that Zion was also a part of the Matrix. It is a safety measure for the rebellious programs and humans. All the opposition was fake, and in reality, the Matrix couldn't be defeated. And because everything was virtual, Neo kept his superpowers. These made everything that happened in the trilogy pointless. Everything was happening inside a simulation, and the architect told Neo that he will just restart everything once more. And the only happy thing about the ending is that thanks to the Chosen One's heroism, the 7th Matrix will be ruled by love. And the final scene of the original Wachowski script was Neo in a suit going to his work and he doesn't remember anything. But because of the producer, we never got to see one of the toughest finales in cinematic history. But after 15 years, things changed. Now no one, including the head of Warner Bros., can tell Lana Wachowski what to do, and the director will do whatever she wants. So look forward for the major plot twist of it all not being real and a new trilogy. Sad news is that we won't be seeing that soon. Right now Keanu Reeves' schedule is booked, and given that filming will start next year, the premiere won't be happening until at least 2021. On IMDb it says that the release date is in 2022, which is also possible given what major special effects work needs to be done for the movie. But The Matrix and Keanu Reeves are worth the wait, since in the end we can potentially end up with a franchise as interesting as the Marvel one. And now you know everything you need to know to watch the potential new trailer and read news. Let's hope that every single one of your likes will make The Matrix come out a little sooner, and we will keep an eye out for it. See you later, friends!